Types of earthquakes. There are many different types of earthquakes: tectonic, volcanic, and explosion. The type of earthquake depends on the region where it occurs and the geological makeup of that region. The most common are tectonic earthquakes. These occur when rocks in the Earth's crust break due to geological forces created by movement of tectonic plates. Another type, volcanic earthquakes, occur in conjunction with volcanic activity. Collapse earthquakes are small earthquakes in underground caverns and mines, and explosion earthquakes result from the explosion of nuclear and chemical devices. We can measure motion from large tectonic earthquakes using GPS because rocks on either side of a fault are offset during this type of earthquake. And there are different types of earthquakes also, like the following. Super shear earthquake, an earthquake in which the propagation of the rupture along the fault surface occurs at speeds in excess of the seismic shear wave, S-wave velocity, causing an effect analogous to a sonic boom. Strike slip earthquake, an earthquake where two pieces of crust slide horizontally past each other. And there are different types of earthquakes also, like the following. A. Aftershock, a smaller earthquake that occurs after a previous large earthquake, in the same area of the main shock. B. Blind thrust earthquake, an earthquake which occurs along a thrust fault that does not show signs on the Earth's surface. C. Cryoseism, a seismic event that may be caused by a sudden cracking action in frozen soil or rock saturated with water or ice. D. Deep focus earthquake, also called a plutonic earthquake, an earthquake with a depth exceeding 70 kilometers, 43 nmi. Doublet earthquake, an earthquake that consists of at least two or more main shocks of nearly identical magnitude, separated by a period of time. E. Earthquake swarm, events where a local area experiences sequences of many earthquakes striking in a relatively short period of time. F. Foreshock, an earthquake that occurs before a larger seismic event, the main shock, and is related to it in both time and space. Harmonic tremor, a sustained release of seismic and infrasonic energy typically associated with the underground movement of magma, the venting of volcanic gases from magma, or both. I. Induced seismicity, typically minor earthquakes and tremors that are caused by human activity that alters the stresses and strains on the Earth's crust. Interplate earthquake, an earthquake that occurs at the boundary between tectonic plates. Intraplate earthquake, an earthquake that occurs within the interior of a tectonic plate. M. Megathrust earthquake, an earthquake occurring at subduction zones at destructive convergent plate boundaries where one tectonic plate is forced underneath another. R. Remotely triggered earthquakes, a result of the effects of other earthquakes at considerable distance, outside of the immediate aftershock zones. S. Slow earthquake, a discontinuous earthquake-like event that releases energy over a period of hours to months, rather than the seconds to minutes characteristic of a typical earthquake. Submarine earthquake, an earthquake that occurs underwater at the bottom of a body of water, especially an ocean. Super shear earthquake, an earthquake in which the propagation of the rupture along the fault surface occurs at speeds in excess of the seismic shear wave, S-wave velocity, causing an effect analogous to a sonic boom. Strike slip earthquake, an earthquake where two pieces of crust slide horizontally past each other. T. Tsunami earthquake, an earthquake that triggers a tsunami of a magnitude that is very much larger than the magnitude of the earthquake, as measured by shorter period seismic waves. V. Volcano-tectonic earthquake, an earthquake induced by the movement, injection, or withdrawal of magma.